Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and this little unique flashlight is the new Wuben E7. It's a small dual lens 1800 lumen combination flashlight headlamp. USB-C charging, and that port also does something else, I'll get to that. Simple on-off interface up here. This interface, push it once to turn it on, it's got a memory. If you double click it, you'll get a turbo. The turbo is 1800 lumens, throttles down to 800, then to 400. The high on this is 400, and the medium is 150. The low is 5 lumens, always important. Now, you notice I don't have a battery in it. It can take either an 18350 or an 18650. Obviously, since the 18650 is longer than this entire light, you have to use an extension tube. And that extension tube, that accessory, screws right in. You drop in that. Use the same end cap, which is a magnetic end cap, by the way. And you've got an 18650 in a tiny little flashlight here. This also has strobe and SOS and an IPX68 rating. What that means, or an IP68 rating, that means this is going to work fine for up to 2 hours under 2 meters of water. Now, with the long battery in it, we're looking at about 9 centimeters. Not bad. Still plenty strong with that magnet. You can also run it with the smaller battery. Just unscrew the tail cap, take out the accessory tube. Now, there are two things I thought of. One is, if you're traveling, you could easily just throw a couple of rubber bands around the accessory tube on the larger battery if you want to run it with the smaller one. Say you're going to wear it mostly, although you can use either battery as a headlamp. Or you can run it for the full size with the accessory tube, and then this is your backup. Or you just get another 18650. But Wuben has been really creative with a lot of different flashlight designs lately. You know, they're really pushing the limits, trying to figure out how they can improve the flashlight experience. This thing is quite reminiscent to my XO, the Night XO, and in fact I did find that the XO fits into their headlamp collar as well. But let's go ahead and try that. So what I'm going to do is drop my this is the 1100 milliamp 18350 battery. Drop that in, nice and small, tight little end cap. Obviously that's where that IPX rating comes from. But then this is the headlamp, and it actually gets better than this. So all you do is slide the headlamp, or slide the belt clip along this track right here, and it snaps in. See this little lever right there? That's how you release the light. That click means it's in solid. You also get a rotation up or down, and it's a 3-strap design. You don't need 3 straps with a light this size, except for security. You're wearing a helmet, but if you do switch to the larger battery, then this 3rd strap does make a difference. So once it's in here, there is another option. If I pop open this USB-C port here, I can connect up what Wuben calls this little piece right here. They call this the inductor, the AP40 inductor. What does that do? Well, it's powered by the flashlight here, and you'll see now there is a little blue light in there. That activates and controls the light. Within 5 centimeters, about 2 inches, motion across that sensor turns it on or off. That actually, if I move just one movement by it, that acts as whatever a single click on the top would do. Oops, sorry about that. I triple clicked there. So I don't want to blind you here. On, off, on, off. Full turbo mode, off, on, off. Now, if you don't want this, you can just unplug it or unplug it over here. Either way, doesn't matter. This doesn't care. And then it works obviously as a regular flashlight, and of course it works as a regular flashlight when it is connected. So if you do need a kind of a hands-off operation, this little inductor here is the way to go. This flashlight is, well, it's reminiscent of one of my favorite flashlights. Oh, by the way, I'll show you if you happen to have one of these and you've got this. It does, whoops, I turned it on. This does snap in and stay there as well. But anyway, this old Phoenix here, as you can see, this is the HM50R. Runs on a CR123, but this was always one of my favorite lights, and it does pop out of this little kind of elastic thing. This is, I don't think it's made anymore, or they've changed it. Maybe they updated it and I didn't like the update. It's got the old micro USB charging there, and in fact, since you can run it with a regular CR123, it's probably not best to have a recharging port on the outside. You should put it on the battery so you don't try to charge one of those batteries when it's not designed for it. But this is just like a 21st century version of this. Obviously this is 21st century, but it's early on in those kind of the micro combination flashlight headlights. But overall, simple design, rock solid performance. I've been using this one. I love it. This night. It's a great flashlight. The others, I mean, they're just really impressive. So I'm glad that Wuben is exploring new horizons in these kinds of flashlights. Let's go outside and see what this thing does, or see what this thing does. So here we are outside, and what we've got is the E7 with the extra long, with the 18650, the extra long battery. Just hand holding it here. But you can see it's got a really clean, bright white light. Good spill. This is on a lower light setting. Headed towards town on a trail. And as you can see, you get quite a reach, even though you get great spill. So it reaches out, I don't know what that is, 30 yards at least, just straight ahead. Real crisp lighting. You can see easily see all the detail. Camera kind of makes some adjustments. This is on that low lumen setting that I really like. Allows you to easily navigate in a dark environment. Probably shouldn't run with it on that low. And then this is going into another area that's definitely a larger open space, so you can really see what the reach and the spill is like. So there's nothing really around. So that's a big coverage. Not going to wander into anything there. And then again, the low light, just excellent. You don't make a big presence, small light signature, easy to move around, huge run time. Kick it up a little, go to a medium setting if you want to reach out a little bit. Little higher setting if you need to reach out even further. It's not a thrower, but it definitely, thinking about wearing that on your head and just having that kind of a reach is incredible. Whoops, there's the strobe. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's the Wuben E7 dual battery, excellent headlamp. With that, Doc out.